Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we're going to be doing the 7th part of What If Naruto Was an Ape's Age. As you can tell by the thumbnail, this What If part is going to be quite Sasuke centered instead of Naruto centered. This is due to the events occurring during this part. There's nothing much else I want to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
One time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Hebi is still formed with Sasuke, and the way they are formed is the same. Let's get to the mission where Team Kakashi are tasked to find Kisame and Itachi. Naruto is much stronger and is ready for this mission. Kabuto still confronts Team Kakashi and does that whole thing like before, revealing his part serpentine body. Now let's get to the fight between Sasuke and Deidara. Sasuke stands against him and says, "It's over for you." He says, "Oh really?" He says, "Of course." His eyes glow red. Deidara thinks, Sharingan? No, it looks quite different to any ordinary Sharingan. He grows fangs and claws and the curse mark grows across his body. His muscles buff up and his skin goes dark grey. Well, not really dark grey, but you guys know the colour that I'm hinting at. You will see it on the screen. He roars and shows his venomous tongue and fangs. His wings flap, then his cornea goes black. He zooms at Deidara and blocks a clay explosion. He flies right through the explosion and kicks him away. He uses his wings to stay in flight, then Deidara shoots a bunch of C1 spiders in his direction. Sasuke wafts his wing and blocks all of the explosions. He takes some injury, then lands on the hard ground. Deidara quickly zooms at Sasuke with a clay bird, but Sasuke dodges another batch of C1 spiders. He then leaps up to a tree, then shoots out a beam of black lightning. It destroys the clay bird, then he runs and leaps at Deidara. His Chidori takes form, then he hits Deidara with the Chidori. He flies down and slams into the ground. A crater is created and Sasuke grabs him and throws him out of the crater. Deidara rolls away, then uses more of his C1 clay bombs. Sasuke blocks with both wings and slides back a little. He reveals himself again and uses his Chidori Senbon Jutsu. Deidara gets hit by a few and gives him some minor bleeding in some places. It gives him a lot of annoying sharp pain. He falls back a little, then Sasuke dashes at Deidara. He blocks another C1 explosion with his wings and wafts Deidara away with one of his wings. He then leaps at him, then tries to punch him. Deidara does manage to dodge, then Sasuke throws a large shuriken at him. It crackles with black lightning, and once it courses past Deidara, Sasuke pulls it back with wire and a bunch of black lightning is released as this happens. Deidara falls forward and is greatly injured by this attack. Sasuke reveals his Sharingan and it still looks a little different due to his curse mark. Deidara then stands and the clay dragon is revealed. Deidara flies up through the trees and Sasuke runs forward. He leaps then soars through the sky also. The influence on his curse mark also granted him better flight. He soars higher with black lightning trailing behind him. Deidara says, "It's no use, it's over." Sasuke says, "You think?" He reveals his black Chidori and then golden energy swivels around the core with the lightning. Deidara thinks, golden energy, is this some sort of Orochimaru thing? Sasuke zooms at Deidara and uses Genjutsu to stop him resisting. He shouts, "Nuclear Chidori!" It hits Deidara, then an outburst of explosive energy and black lightning is released. Deidara's clay dragon is decimated and Sasuke soars down to land to miss the explosion. He flips mid-air then lands gracefully. He turns and his curse mark falls back to level 1. His curse mark then falls back fully and his eyes stop glowing red. He deactivates his Sharingan then turns away. He then returns to his team and explains what happened with Deidara. As you can see, that ape has greatly influenced his curse mark, making it stronger with his dark energy and influencing it with his own powers. When Naruto confronts Itachi, it plays out quite different to the canon. When he finds Itachi, he is caught in a Genjutsu. Naruto uses his ordinary Rasengan to try and hurt Itachi, but the clone poofs away and Itachi is revealed. Then Naruto sort of just teleports back to where he was before. Itachi says, "Naruto." Naruto clenches his fist and says, "Itachi?" He says, "Why is it that you care for my brother Sasuke so much?" He sighs and says, I got stronger than him, like a lot stronger than him. It like messed him up and made him really angry, and I just want to show him that he can get stronger than me. I had to work pretty hard to get to this level, but he has an insane amount of talent. It's insane. If he worked as hard as me, there would be no way he could be weaker than me. He's worked a little now and has already got way stronger. He's not on my level yet, no, but he's certainly a contender. Itachi says, "You think you can help my brother this much?" Naruto says, "Yes, more than you." Itachi tries to attack Naruto with his Genjutsu, but Naruto dispels it with ease and Itachi disappears. He looks around and thinks, what? Where did he go? Unluckily, Jiraiya still dies and Naruto is not happy with this. He stands on top of a building in Konoha after hearing this news in complete sadness. He looks down to the streets and doesn't even move an inch. Naruto thinks, after everything he taught me, he just went and died like that. He grabs a rock and throws it across the village. He looks down again in sorrow and shakes his head to get rid of tears. This is what we've all been waiting for, a true test of Sasuke's strength. Sasuke versus Itachi. Sasuke stands against him and Itachi says, I heard that Naruto is a few steps ahead of you, Sasuke. Sasuke scoffs and says, lies, there's no way Naruto is stronger than me now. Itachi says, really? Let's see. Sasuke throws a large shuriken with a tight wire. He pulls it back before it even reaches Itachi and Itachi doesn't move. Sasuke then spins and launches the shuriken back at Itachi. Itachi moves his head out of the way slightly. Sasuke follows by causing an outburst of black lightning. This actually makes Itachi jump out of his chair and dash away. Sasuke pulls the large shuriken back then throws it away. His curse mark takes form but he stays in level 1. He looks around for Itachi, then he sees him behind him. He punches him once and elbows him in the chest. Itachi falls back a little, then Sasuke kicks him back even further. After this, he quickly advances to him, then uses his black Chidori to stab it into Itachi's heart. His body, however, turns to crows and he is revealed sitting in his chair once again. Sasuke turns and says, annoying. Itachi says, you dare fight me without using your full power? Sasuke nods and says, not needed. Right after he says this, Itachi is standing right next to him with the Mangekyo Sharingan in full effect. He holds Sasuke to the wall and says, these eyes blind me as I continue to use them. However, another pair of Sharingan take care of that for me. That's why I left you alive, Sasuke. To stop my blindness. Sasuke shouts, scum! Itachi falls back, then Sasuke clenches his fist. 2 wings appear from behind him, then he goes into level 2 of his curse mark. Sasuke uses a large fireball jutsu, but Itachi proves to be quite resistant of this attack, then he punches Sasuke into the wall. Sasuke kicks him back, then grabs his neck. He slams him into the ceiling, then kicks him through it. The roof caves in, then Sasuke flies up and kicks Itachi away. Itachi's clone grabs him from behind, then he kicks him in the gut. His clone disappears and he falls back. Sasuke creates the Chidori, then zooms at Itachi. Itachi reveals it was a Genjutsu, then Sasuke is revealed standing in front of him again. Sasuke says, stop these games! Itachi says, so be it. Sasuke reveals his Chidori and a golden core is revealed. Itachi looks in confusion at the sight of this jutsu, then Sasuke launches it at him. Itachi blocks and is sent flying away from the huge explosion. He tumbles away, then stands. Sasuke jumps down and lands. He thinks Naruto and Sasuke are unbelievably strong. Naruto's ability to stop my Genjutsu was uncanny and now Sasuke has so much raw power. They also still have so much time to go to get stronger. My plan to get Sasuke stronger is now futile. There's no point, he doesn't need me anymore. Maybe I no longer need to be the villain and can be his brother. Itachi says, brother, I have something to tell you. Sasuke says, never call me such things. He reveals his Chidori Senbon Jutsu, but then Itachi's body turns to crows and he is revealed standing on high elevation. He says, what you believe is a lie. Sasuke says, what? That you killed everyone in our clan? His hand reveals a snake crackling of black lightning that soars towards him. Itachi knocks it away with a Materasu, then it burns and incinerates. Itachi says, I know I killed our clan, but it was for the village. Danzo was corrupt, he forced me to do it. It was either the clan or the village. Sasuke thinks this could be a valid reason, but also a great lie. Of course he'd lie right at me. Sasuke says, lies! Itachi says, no lies anymore, brother. Sasuke sighs to calm himself and listens. Itachi says, I wanted to get you strong, and for you to get strong you had to hate me. However, you've got Naruto now, he's making you way stronger than I ever thought you could become. You two may not know it, but you are on the same level of Jonin. Jonin, Sasuke. Are you two Jonin? Sasuke says, no. Itachi says, exactly, you have so much going for you and I assume you have an attack waiting for me. Sasuke thinks, how does he know of Kirin? Did he actually just predict that jutsu's existence? Itachi says, I'm done fighting with you, Sasuke. If you want to take me out, then do so. I won't resist. Sasuke shouts and flies at Itachi. He punches him away and he rolls away. Itachi stands and Sasuke backhands him away with his wing. He flies up then dives down with Itachi right to the ground. Itachi flies back into the building where they began the fight and Sasuke kicks him away. He then zooms at super speed and shouts, Nuclear Chidori! He hits it onto Itachi and the explosion is so large that the building walls crackle and shatter. Itachi is revealed, presumed dead by Sasuke, and Sasuke steps back. Itachi is left with a small grin on his face as his body plummets to the ground. Sasuke's 2 Sharingan spin and evolve into the Mangekyo Sharingan. His curse mark fades and he looks in shock. He thinks, was he telling the truth? No, he couldn't be. He holds his head and falls to his knees. In mental distress, he roars to the sky above. While this is happening, Obito is having a minimally fun fight with Naruto and his friends. Naruto is pretty much carrying the squad and making everyone sit back a bunch. Naruto leaps up and uses his Kyubi and Shuriken to see that Obito and Zetsu are completely gone. The attack decimates the lamp below and reveals a confused Naruto. He leaps out of the crater and says, where did they go? He looks around, then returns to his normal form. Obito and Zetsu then arrive at the scene and find a dead Itachi. Obito shakes him, then Itachi shakily opens his eyes. Toby says he's alive, take him and him. Sasuke is pulled above the ground and they are brought back for recovery. When Sasuke wakes up, he doesn't say a word and looks at the wall. He can't believe that everything that happened could have been a lie. Obito thinks he told him, didn't he? Of course. Obito says, I can tell you everything, Sasuke. Why Itachi did everything. What happened before that? So that will conclude the 7th part of What If Naruto Was an Ape's Age. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I really like where this What If is going. Since Itachi didn't die or anything, this opens so many possibilities for this What If. For certain things I've got in my head, I'll ask you guys first before I implement it into this What If. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.